Welcome back, grade 10s. We are going to look at some factorizing today, and we are going to look at something from the Mind Action Series textbook, exercise 10 on page 20. And you all can remember this one. This was number 16, the very last algebraic expression in that exercise, and it is a bit of a monster at first glance. And we had some issues, those of you who were part of the class. But if you look at it a bit closer, we'll see that it is actually not that bad. If you've been busy with factorizing or factorization by grouping in pairs, your first instinct would possibly be to go ahead and group this immediately, but it shouldn't be, because we know that we need to check for the very first thing, which is highest common factor. In other words, is there a highest common factor? Is daar 'n GGF wat ons kan uithaal voordat ons enige ander faktoriseringsmetode gebruik? So kom ons kyk daarna. As ek kyk na hierdie 4 terme, sal ek sien dat daar is 'n paar goed in gemeen. Dit sal wees natuurlik in die getalletjies hiervoor, of die koëffisiënte, sal ek sien dat ek het 'n gemeene faktor daar, of 'n grootste gemeene faktor van 2. En dan as ek sien by my magte of my veranderlikes, het ek APX, ek het APY, APY en APX. So die A en die P natuurlik is in gemeen. So ek kan dan 'n grootste gemeene faktor uithaal hierso van 2. En die grootste aantal A's wat ek kan uithaal uit al 4 terme is 1A. En die grootste aantal P's wat ek kan uithaal uit al 4 terme is 1P. Okay, so that's 2AP. That is the biggest amount of variables in terms of A and P that I can remove or take out as a highest common factor, and that of course gives me 2AP. And then what's left in the bracket, if I divide 2AP into the first term, then I will get 3AX. Okay, so as ek 2AP deel in die eerste term, dan het ek natuurlik hierdie 2 en die 6 gee vir my 3, en dan A en 2A's gee vir my 1A wat oorbly, en natuurlik die P's, hy deel in 1, en dan die X natuurlik bly oor van hierdie oorspronklike term. So dit is 3AX. So as ek aangaan na die tweede term toe, het ek dan 2, ek het 1P oor, en dan die Y, en dan vir die derde term het ek 3, ek het 1A oor, ek het ook dan 'n Y. Then for the fourth term, I've got 2, I've got 1P left, and I've got the X. So that is taking out the highest common factor and then writing down what is left in the bracket. But of course, we can notice that in the bracket there are 4 terms that can be grouped into pairs, and factorization can go even further. So that's what we're going to do next. So ek gaan die 2AP buitekant los, en dan gaan ek vir my hierdie groot hakkies oopmaak. I'll open up the square brackets, and then I am going to, in this case, I think I want to group 3AX and 2PX, and then I'll group 2PY and 3AY. So let's see how that's going to work. Ons gaan dan 3AX plus 2PX, en dan gaan ek plus, wat bly oor daar so nog is 'n negatief 2PY, en dan ook 'n negatief 3AY. Okay, so that was grouped 3AX plus 2PX and then negative 2PY minus 3AY. So going further, I've got 2AP, and then for the first bracket I'm now going to take out the highest common factor, and that is going to be X. What's left in the bracket then is 3A plus 2P. And then for the second bracket, I'm going to first apply a change of sign rule here, so I'm going to change that to a minus, and then inside the bracket there I will have 2PY, and then I will have plus 3AY. So change of sign. So ek het die verandering van tekenreël gebruik. Ek het hierdie plus natuurlik verander na negatief toe, maar dan moet elke teken na die middelste teken verander na die teenoorgestelde. So dit is negatief na positief en dit was negatief na positief. So that is the change of sign rule. So now we are going to factorize the second bracket. I'm going to take out y as the highest common factor from the second bracket. Notice that I kept the middle sign as negative, and then I open up, I'm left with 2p, and I'm going to add, I'm going to be left with 3a. So in other words, what happened here was I kept my negative sign here, and I took out from this bracket, I took out y as my highest common factor, and I open up the bracket and I simply wrote down what's left in the bracket after I take out the y, keeping the positive sign because I was doing this factorization sort of independently of the negative sign outside, so that I can keep my signs correct, especially with the middle term. So multiplying this y back in here, I will get 2py, and here I will get plus 3ay, and keeping the minus sign outside over here so that I can end up back with what I originally had up over here. Okay, so if that sounds a bit confusing, you just need to, of course, follow your steps from the very beginning, starting basically from here, moving to the next step, and keeping track of your signs with every step. So ons gaan aan na die volgende stap. Ons het nou 2ap nog steeds buitekant, en dan kan ons natuurlik oplet dat hier so is 'n hakkie wat in gemeen is. Hierdie 3a plus 2p of 2p plus 3a is dieselfde ding, so ons kan dit uithaal as 'n grootste gemeene faktor, en ons het 3a plus 2p, en wat bly oor is x minus a, en ons maak die hakkie toe. So nou kan ons net vereenvoudig, ons kan net 'n bietjie soort van netjies maak. We can just tidy up over here so we can have 2ap. This is now all factors. We can remove those square brackets and have just 3a plus 2p rather, and x minus y. And that's the shortest route to the final answer. So that was number 16. I hope that helped, and I will catch you in the next one.